Here we go. The ironworks. Torgal's like, when's this thing gonna start moving? I'm bored. Why don't you guys hurry up?
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Something about the faces she makes are just so great.
Clive,
They're so endearing.
what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
He killed me.
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Take that.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready.
Eh?
But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
I just love that he, like, forcefully kicked that one light. Take that. That'll save us.
Everyone with me?
This is epic. A zombies moment.
Here they come. Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rossfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Behind you! I'll have you know, Earthbreaker here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the Cleats.
I love that his weapon has a name. Also, that was like 1,000,000 points if this were arcade mode.
About that, Alpha, Curve.
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast! Old?
Oh?
I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Uncle is truly the best. god, this damage though. Whew. Almost 67k.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
Ah.
But I thought he was...
Now we're talking.
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
That also makes sense. Okay, now it's getting creepy.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield?
My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Dead slow.
Have care, my friends. It is not blood that runs through an eggy veins. These foes will not fall easily.
Times 70.
Will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's
Holy moly.
good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
Yeah, so now his death makes sense. Now we know why he just died
Killed at least 5 of the bastards.
and no one cared.
Let's do the lot.
Pretty cool. Dude, I could listen to these characters talk all day. So great. Byron's so funny. Mid's like interaction with everyone is so great. Also, this fight is so cool, watching everyone fight alongside.
Wait for my signal!
Oh my god, he just laser beamed them. Bring them all together. I got the boom. The big boom. Holy crap. I leveled this up and now the distance is pretty crazy.
In your own time, Clive!
That was cool, I would just flipped right to her face in the middle of my ability.
Right, run for it!
I love that everyone did their part too, like, everyone's actually strong. Holy crap, they jumped far. Byron's dead. Nice pause frame. Come on, Clive, you got like a Ifrit teleport thing.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
Dude, we got an old-fashioned ship chase. This is gonna be great. Is this Pirates of the Caribbean?
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
This game has literally become a combination of all the medieval movies plus Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'm loving
Every
it.
bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
Also, I kind of expected
I don't suppose Mid has a spare.
I kind of expected him to keep Jill like that because of everything that Ultima said about separating each thread that keeps his conscience. So, like, Jill's part of that. So I figured he would use her as leverage. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but I think everyone saw that coming. But
Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have
if she was
plummeted.
alive, that is. If she was dead, then moot
You're
point.
absolutely
But
certain of this quest
if she was
of
alive, I
yours,
think we all knew
Clive?
why.
The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, there. Oh, oh, oh. Cheerio!
At least he's doing the rowing.
Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Yeah, I'm genuinely looking forward to when he just appears with a giant army, like Lord of the Rings style.
We can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Like that famous Lord of the Rings scene where the elves show up with their elf army. I mean, the same thing with Byron. He just pops up on some hillside and then like a bunch of people come up behind him and he's like, charge! Yo, nice, Eric's.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
The peasant girl.
My lord.
What does it mean? It's finally her time. She's gonna combine with Dion to make Super Bahamut. Man, I'm so interested to see what happens with Dion. Yeah, let's just do it. Not really sure why it even kicked me to the map. I can't do anything. And our ship looks styling.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye,
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations!
She is the greatest captain.
Let's see what this girl can do.
They're about to be like, what the heck is that? Some alien ship following us. His armor is so cool.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating.
And he is
But then,
too cool.
there is naught my blade cannot sever.
That's gonna be a problem.
Great Grigos, gosh!
That's a fast ship. Being able to dodge that. Ships don't move that fast.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
I wonder if Odin's sword can cut the ancient material. I mean, I probably can. But they said only the gods can. I don't think icons are gods. But he's also Odin, so.
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Oh yeah. Something about boat heists. It's just the best. Okay, Joshua's semi-prime is really freaking cool. Wait, we traded. We traded Clive for Odin. I think they got the better trade.
Where did you hide, Barnabas?
Cut him down! Stay down! All yours, Thomas.
Kick him off the ship. Aw, that would've been cool. My magic's stronger. Oh, another one of these guys. Still have no idea what their timings are. No. No. Not today. I think I missed his stagger bar. Oh, nope. You go. So now what? It's Doc.
Proper fight at last. Oh, I'm going to die.
I'm just here to take your meteorites, as always.
I need to hurry.
Don't mind me. That's unfortunate. You just killed the whole crew, so you ain't getting back over there either.
No! There he is!
Joshua's doing a better job fighting than Clive was.
For both of you.
Clive just got blasted.
Extra seconds!
Oh, wrong way. There you go, there's one time where lock-on would have been better. So I went the wrong way. Where are you going? Can I open this during battle? No. Thought that said Royal Grandfather for a second. How is that not a precision dodge? Oh, waited too long. Oh, it was just coming up too. Whee!
Let's try. Garuda! Titan!
Man, look at that stagger damage.
She must be here somewhere.
Is that everyone? I think Torgal finished the last one off screen. Can I go through this door? I want to go through this one. This is the door I went in before. Wait, so you could walk all the way back? Are there more enemies? Oh, you can just walk back. For no reason. Clive just walking around the ship. Everyone's dying and he's just like, wonder where the dungeon is. Any goods on this ship?
My leg! I can feel my leg!
Earthen Fury. Isn't that this ability? Oh no, it's the ultimate. Cooldown time, yeah. Figured. All the ultimate accessories seem to be cooldown time. And the ship is massive. Hello? It's me. I need to use Torgal more, I just always forget. He doesn't do much damage anyways. But if you do the sick thing correctly, you can actually do good damage, I think. We have to time it right. I should probably get used to doing that because it's going to be good for arcade mode because you get points for doing it.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
I don't know how that worked, but okay.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Not with a dying controller, you can't.
Stand still!
Phoenix, are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Impressive. Oh god. It cut the sea in half. I didn't notice that at first. Oh my god, this really is Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, literally right out of a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This is incredible. Oh my god, they stay... Okay. Bro, this is insane. Like, if you can't tell, I'm a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan. This is, like, blowing my mind right now. This literally looks exactly like Pirates of the Caribbean. There's even that moment in the fifth movie.
Can you go on?
Where it looks just like this.
I think so. But to where?
You know, it's probably a Denny's around here somewhere.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Do what he says, Jill. Oh god, my controller is dead. Why is it dead? I plugged it in. Okay, you get some free damage, that's fine. Cheater.
Only to remind you of your
I plugged it in and it died. Doesn't make any sense.
Yourself.
I don't think it died, I think it disconnected. Ooh, that's a move from something. I recognize that move.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. But as a vessel, I fear
How have I grown much? It's been like a day.
lacking. Rise, Mythos.
Oh no.
Sword, stone. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Raise your guard. Fine hand.
Dude, this stagger is nuts.
If reason cannot sway you,
What
there
the?
are other means of persuasion that might.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I can't cancel his move. He's still attacking me. Ow. This is the problem. Can you stop? I think I'm dead. I did my limit and I still didn't have enough to stop this. Interesting.
You will
Guess we finally get to see one of these.
mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed.
I'm fine. Oh, was that supposed to happen?
You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Huh.
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Clive bested. Great job. You lost. Get dunked on, fool. Okay, hold on. I had a lot to say about that scene. So, first of all, Retro had said earlier, and I had agreed, that it would have been cooler if when we first met Barnabas, if it had, like, done kind of a fight instead of him just getting wrecked in the cutscene, did like a fight where you kind of like couldn't beat him and failed, you know? Because I always like that storytelling through gameplay. Sometimes forced losses are done poorly, but I feel like there it could have been done well. But now it makes sense as to why we didn't do that, because we did that here. It allowed me to fight him a bit, but kind of get wrecked. Like, he was really difficult. And before I was able to start learning his attacks, he did his Iron Flash thing, and then I had no chance. I do really wonder what would happen if you could break that, because it looked like it was just barely possible, maybe, if I was stronger. So that's something I'm going to have to throw on the laundry list of things to do once we're done with the game, is see what happens if you're super strong and actually break that. But anyway, so that was really cool how we got to fight him, but not really fight him at the same time, because obviously we're not strong enough to beat him yet. We shouldn't be strong enough to beat him yet. He destroyed us like a couple hours ago and we haven't done anything since then. So that was that. And then the scene after that was really cool. Trying to remember what else. There was that flashback where it showed us talking to what's his name? And I think he had the right sword. Did he have the right sword there? I have to go back and look. Sleipnir. I gotta go back and look and see if it gave us the right sword, because it looked to me like it was the right sword. It was the sword that we had during that cutscene last time. But I might be wrong. I might have had the sword that I have now and not the sword that I had during that cutscene. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of curious if they actually took the extra effort to change your sword in that cutscene to make it fit. Oh, he had, like, not even the right sword at all. He had, like, the old sword. That's kind of lame. At that point, don't even show him. Anyways, okay, so that's that. What else? There was something else I wanted to say. I wanted to bring up. I can't remember what it was. I don't think I remember. There was I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. Impulse accessory. There's a lot of religious context with what he was saying, which was interesting. That's a very Final Fantasy thing. Very often they bring kind of religious plights into their stories, not in a way that's like blasphemous to any religion, but more of just like the different plights that religion has on believers and non-believers alike. They bring that into their stories to make them more potent. I feel like they're definitely doing that here, which is cool. Yeah, I think that was it. There was one other thing with the way Odin was talking. He was talking about, like, it almost seemed like he was saying like he's never going to kill us. Like, the plan is for him to absorb Odin eventually, for Clive to absorb Odin eventually. So Odin's plan seems to be to almost kill him over and over again until he finally wins, which is interesting. See where that goes. I wouldn't say it was out of the blue, because he's always been talking about Ultima as if he's kind of a god. This may be a bit heavy-handed, because before, like, I don't know. Like, I guess some of the ways that he talked was a bit on the nose, but I don't know. It was fine to me, because he trying to remember everything he said. He said it in a way that's like, comparing Ultima to God, but as like a false god that wants to bring everything back to normal, like back to nothingness. So it's not comparing, because in the past a lot of people have compared like some of the religious stuff and some of the Final Fantasy games to like Christianity. And I always hate that because it's not, to me, it's never about any specific religion. It's more of just religion as a concept of humanity and its benefits and problems. And here it's like he's using it as a way of saying, like, since Ultima is the ultimate power, he has control over all of us, and because he wants us all to return to Akashic zombies, that's what we should do. So it's not doing it in a way that's like I said, it's not blasphemous to any specific religion. It's more of he's just following the strongest character. I think there's a word for that. I forget what it is, but there's a word for, like, I mean, you could say like survival of the fittest or something, but there's a concept of like basically always just returning to the strongest, the biggest, strongest thing. And so he just completely surrenders his life to Ultima because Ultima is stronger than him. So he believes that his life is basically nothing because Ultima is stronger and could just end it at any moment. So he gives his life to him. And that's like what they believe, is that everything should just be turned over to Ultima. And, oh, I remember what I was going to say now that I've gotten into this conversation. It's cool how Cid's ideology for the world fits Clive's fight with Ultima. So at the beginning of the game, it was Cid wants to get rid of all the politics and all of the kingdoms, and he just wants people to live their lives without being slaves, right? And then when Clive took over, he kept those same ideals, but now he's using those ideals in a different way against Ultima. Ultima and Barnabas want to reset the whole world into everyone's a zombie and just giving their power over to Ultima. And Clive is saying, we want a choice. We want to be able to live our lives. You know, even if there is a higher power, we want to be able to live our lives and be our own individual people. So it's like that same exact concept, but multiplied into a fight against this false god. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I like how that connects. It's not like it's just a completely different fight that Clive's fighting, right? It's all connected to what he's been proposing to people throughout the entire game. The fight that he's been fighting this entire time. It reminds me of like the problem that a lot of people have with Final Fantasy VIII and also Final Fantasy IX a little bit, where the final boss feels like it's kind of out of nowhere. Like the whole game, you're following this particular thread of thought with the main characters. And then at the end of the game, it's just like, oh, there's this big strong thing that's going to destroy the world, so we have to stop it. You know what I mean? It doesn't really fit the themes of the game. It's just like, oh, well, the theme of the game is love, and we can't have love if you blow up the entire world. Therefore, we should probably stop you. You know what I mean? But here, it actually fits. It's like the whole time we've been trying to fight against this slavery and politics and these kingdoms that enslave their people so that everyone can be free. And then in the same way, we're fighting Ultima to free ourselves from the godly power. So like it actually fits the narrative, and it's not just this random like, oh, well, Ultima's going to destroy the world, so we should probably stop him. It actually fits the theme, you know. So I like that a lot. It seems like they've learned their lesson from some of the other games where it didn't really. At the end, they were just like, well, we need someone to destroy the world so we can save it, right? So, and I always thought that was a great thing about Final Fantasy X as well. where they save the world from the exact thing that they've been fighting for or against the entire game. And here it feels the same way. It does not feel like Ultima came out of nowhere. It feels like Ultima's been here the whole time, and he's kind of been the catalyst of all these other issues. And the ideals that we've been pushing on humankind also fit the reason that we want to defeat Ultima. So that's really cool.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn.
Also, we're naked for some reason. Orville, look away.
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Finally. I'm kind of surprised a crab didn't pop out of the water, like start dancing. Like, wait, no, you can't kiss. Look at me. Click, click, click. Look at me. Like Torgal just walks up and starts barking. Wait, the ship's back? Yep. Didn't... Oh, you guys kept me up all night.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I missed that.
There is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Finally, we're leaving. I was bored. Okay, so yeah, I missed that part where Clive said the Enterprise didn't fall in. I was paying attention to the other dialogue, so I have to watch that scene again because I could have swore I saw both ships go in, but I guess only the one went in. Okay. This whole time I was confused. I was like, didn't they all just die a horrible death? Okay, anyways, really like that scene. That was great. I feel like, okay, I hate to even bring this up, but here we go. Why were they naked? Is it they drying their clothes? Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. That's fine. I mean, they were in the ice thing though, like, but I guess maybe they only made it halfway and then washed up on the shore or something. Okay, at least there's a reason. Because this is what I was thinking. Okay, some of the sex scenes in this game, some of them are done really, really well. That original Annabelle theme, which wasn't actually a sex scene because they didn't get there, but that original scene with her and Elwyn is like my favorite scene in the game by far, and I can't wait to do my like full review of this game because I really want to talk about that scene and the way that they use sex in a way to tell the story in a way that makes sense. Then there's other scenes where it's like, we could have done this with clothes, but Game of Thrones, so we're gonna have them be naked, you know? Like the scene with Benedicta made sense, but you know, it's give and take. Some of them are okay, I understand why this is here, and then there's other ones where it's like, okay, we're just fan servicing. Both are fine, but just saying, like, you know, it's done well in some instances and it's done not as well in other instances. Here I feel like it made sense. I also feel like they could have totally had them be clothed and it would have been the same scene, but whatever. At least there's a reason. They're not bad by any means. I just think that some are done better than others. You know what I mean? Some of them, there's like a specific reason why, and there's other ones where it's like, well, we could have the same scene without them being naked, but it's an M game and we can have them be naked, so why not? But at least here it had like, there's an excuse, right? But anyways, that didn't take away from the scene. It was still a really good scene. They've been building up to it all this time, and it was a pretty good conclusion. I thought it was kind of interesting how the music stopped right before they kissed. Did you notice that? Usually with these games, especially Square Enix loves to have like that goofy JRPG music hit right when the kiss happens. You know, think Final Fantasy X. But here they kind of let it tell its own story. They let everything go quiet, and then they kissed, and it was like kind of refreshing for it not to be like super over exaggerated. Also, I really like that line that Jill said when she started crying, and she said, I don't remember the exact words, but she said like, I'll follow you to the end regardless of what you become, or whatever. I forget exactly what she said, but it was to the effect of regardless of what you become. That was such a cool line. Like, instead of just some stereotypical like, I'll love you forever no matter what, she like specifically said like you're gonna have to become a monster in order to do your duty, and who knows if you're even gonna survive, and who knows if you're even gonna be the same person, but I'm with you no matter what you become. Like, that was such a cool line, and I feel like that's what Clive needed to hear, you know. I really love some of the writing in this game and the way that characters tell the other characters what they want to hear, not just the stereotypical thing they should say at this point because it's a video game, but specifically thinking about what that character has gone through and what they want to hear. Like I said before, with Clive talking to Blackthorn and telling him basically straight up how it is, because that's the way Blackthorn thinks. And like here as well, Clive didn't want to hear, I love you, Clive. You know, he wanted to hear like, hey, you're gonna become a monster, but I'm here for it, you know. Like, just really cool how much thought was put into it. So much better than some other movies and games where they just hit the stereotypical notes of I'll love you forever and love you no matter what and blah blah. So really, really neat. And I liked how they looked up to the moon. That was a callback to when they were on the whatever you call it, the balcony, and they were looking up at the moon and she prayed for him. So it was like callback to that moment. I'll be there no matter what you must become, yeah. So yeah, really, really cool. I feel like, I mean, it's stereotypical villain things, so I'm not going to read that far into it, but a bit silly that Odin was like, I'm not going to kill you because you can't die. You have to eventually absorb my power and become the ultimate vessel for my god. But I'm also going to rain the entire ocean on top of you and just trust that Shiva's going to save you. You know what I mean? But, I mean, just stereotypical villain thing. Whatever. Man, I wanted to say it so bad, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. But that moment where she was like, I forget what she said, but she said like, I'm ready to help you and give you what you need. And then Clive was like, are you sure? And then he went and touched her. And she had this face of like surprise for a second. And I think it was supposed to be because like she felt the power coming out of her. So she was like, whoa. But if you watch it, I'm sorry, I'm going to ruin the moment. But if you watch it back, it looked like she was like, I'm going to give you what you need. And then he was like, are you sure? And then he touched her. And then she had this face of like, not that. Not. That's not what I meant. Yeah. I almost said it out loud. And then I was like, no, I don't want to ruin the moment. But when I watch that back, I'm not going to be able to unsee that now. The way her face was just like, oh no, not that. Wait, not that. I was talking about my body, not my powers. Hold on here. Wait. Yeah, not that. I like my cool Shiva powers. Just spilled water on myself. Also, I like how this didn't really happen with the other scenes, but there's this cool like mechanical thing with these cutscenes where whenever Clive starts to get a power, in our head we're thinking like, oh, this is a really cool moment, but at the same time we're thinking like, oh yes, new icon powers. It's cool how the storytelling also works with the mechanics of the game. As soon as she said that, I was like, oh man, we get Shiva powers, that's awesome. But at the same time I was like, oh, that's really cool from a story standpoint. So it hits you from both ends. It's like, oh, the story is really cool, but then also, oh, cool, I get new icon abilities I get to try out. So I like that it kind of works in both ways. I gotta look back at that scene now. That's gonna like ruin it for me, but that's so funny. Okay, I want to see my Shiva moves. Let's go. I hope they're better than the Bahamut ones.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Oh man, what a great... Still laughing about that. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental, but also allows access to several new abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. That's not really what I want. Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on the enemy. So literally just a better Ifrit dash?
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Interesting. In before, I just make this Shiva, but then equip both Ifrit abilities. Just because I like that better than this. Ooh, Jerome Striker. His normal attack is level 3. Well, I guess we know them all now. Last one will be Odin. Wait. Yeah. Last one will be Odin. Maybe. Probably. Okay. Oh wow, leveling up Cold Snap is really expensive. Can be used to dodge enemy attacks. Circle can be used when sliding to execute a powerful follow-up attack called Frostbite. Enemies struck with Frostbite will become temporarily frozen. Precisely dodging an enemy attack with Cold Snap freezes all enemies within a radius. This is known as Permafrost. Permafrost duration is determined by the strength of the enemy attack dodged. Oh, that's cool. If you dodge a really strong attack, they get frozen forever. Unleashes a river of icicles that greatly knocks back any enemy it strikes. Hold button. Oh, it's got a Titan hold button deal. Launch multiple shards of ice that upon striking lighter enemies draw... Okay, that I want. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. An upgrade also fires 3 shields behind me. That's cool. Yeah, I'm in for that. I might be getting that. Summon a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. Yeah. I kill enemies too fast for that to be reasonably effective. Diamond Dust. Oh god, the ultimate stagger move. See, I like using these during stagger though, so this ain't gonna be for me. But it's cool to have this in case there's like an enemy later that I have trouble staggering. Because this will definitely do it. Okay, let's test out. Let's test all this out.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
You're covered in lumps. Yote. How you doing? Okay, good talk. Unfortunately, I can't really test pulling enemies towards me because we can only have one enemy at a time. Or at least, not really like the AoE version of it, but... Can I pull bigger enemies? No. Oh, that put him in place for a second. Okay, you only get like one. Okay, if you hit it twice, you do the frostbite thing. The timing is kind of weird, because if you hit it too quickly, then you do the frostbite thing instead. Holy moly. That's pretty wild. I can just whack him this whole time. So I like this move, but it's not super strong. Like, I'm wondering if it would be better than the fire one, because that's what I would normally use. Like, this does a lot of... I wish it showed damage numbers instead of battle performance. What is that, 5? 5 808s? So that does 5 808s. And this I need to upgrade. And then it does... Is that 5 892s? Okay, so it's better. I think. 6, yeah. Hits more and does more. And it shoots behind me too. So that seems really good. So the question is, do I want to do like Shiva? I mean, I definitely want to do Shiva as my circle. But do I want to take my fire square, because I've been using that the whole game. I don't really want another charge move is the thing. So unless this does like way more damage, I'll probably use the fire one instead. Because if I have too many charge abilities, I won't be able to get them all off during a... I still have that equipment on. Yeah, I do. I have to take this off. I won't be able to do them all during a stagger, so... Well, let's see. Well, that was 3 1200s, right? I think. 2 or 3. Did that just do more damage? Damage is weird. That was 3 1200s. Okay, yeah, there's a weird sweet spot with it. Its range is really nice. The fire move has no range. You have to be touching. Yeah. So anyways, from up close, it's either 2 or 3 1200s. That's with a charge. I don't think that's anywhere near as strong as the fire move. Like, not even close. Granted, I didn't level it up. This does 2,000 and then 4 1,000s. Let's go back and level it up. Yeah, that's less damage and you have to charge it. But it freezes and it is more AoE and you can do it from further away. But in terms of damage, Fire One's going to be better. And I have a thing for it too. So let's stick with this. And master this. And reset that. And then do this. Pretty nice too, because now I have a lot of elements. Not that elements matter, but using a ton of different abilities now, which is cool. I think the only problem I foresee is this isn't as good at staggering. I used that other move for stagger all the time. Now I only really have one ability that staggers well. To be fair, it's like one of the best stagger moves, but yeah, I'm like all damage and no stagger now. But this will still do some, it just won't do as much as the Phoenix ability did. But I really like how it pulls everyone in. That will help with those fights with a lot of enemies. Like if I'm fighting a boss, the fire move would probably be better. I could even just like swap it in real quick if I know I'm about to fight a boss. I probably won't, but just saying I could. Or if I'm doing post-game big bosses, I'll probably take this off and put the other fire Phoenix move back in. But for those AoE fights, those fights with a lot of enemies, which is most fights, this will be really useful. I also didn't try it in area. That's cool. Can I do it off of this? Yes, I can. So that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely not bad. Just not as good. I don't know. With how much it hits, though, actually seems kind of good. Let's quickly try the other ability just because we didn't try it. Sparkly. Fantastic. Will not disturb enemies immediately in front of Clive. Can be used in midair. If an enemy comes in contact, it will be drawn inside and suffer continuous damage. The crystal can only draw in smaller enemies. Pressing the execute button after the crystal has been summoned will cause it to dissipate and be replaced with another. Yeah. Let's check out Diamond Dust just to check it out. The big stagger move. almost half staggered him in one shot. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we got. I didn't master this yet. Might as well. Not gonna spend it on anything else. Pretty excited to try this out, because I was pretty much not using the Phoenix Dash anymore. I only used it to punish small enemies on the ground. But this I could use a lot. I can use it as yet another counter move to freeze everything in place. And seeing as though it can actually freeze big enemies, that means I can do this, freeze the enemy, and then hit him with this. So, that should work pretty well. Cool. Finally a new icon I like. I mean, I like Titan, but Bahamut not so much. This one I like. It definitely it's definitely apparent that they were trying to make the icons pretty balanced though. Like none of them are just, hey, this one's better. That way, when the game is all over, you still have a pretty good way of building different things. You're not just going to equip the newest stuff. I mean, I'm still using Garuda the most, which is funny. Did I re-equip my thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got some exciting stuff for next time. Another blacksmith. I thought we were done with the blacksmith stuff. So we have another blacksmith thing, which is probably going to be like, it's probably going to be a weapon because the last one was the equipment. So it's going to be like whatever the final blacksmith weapon is. And then more weird science and something else. We have some side quests to do. There's actually something new at the blacksmith right now, but I'll wait till next time to see what that is. I'll keep it as a cliffhanger for tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. You know, we have one more day before I go on vacation. Well, one more day of this before I go on vacation. We still have Friday for Final Fantasy XIII, but tomorrow will be our last 16 day until I come back from vacation, so I do not think we'll finish the game. I'm kind of hoping we don't get too close to the end. Maybe if I feel like I'm getting really close, I'll just go ahead and hold off and stop for the day. We don't have to play this the entire day. Just so that I don't end up like being right before the final boss and then have to leave for vacation. That would be kind of unfortunate. So for YouTube, it won't matter. They're just going to see all the episodes in order regardless. But for us here, it would be a bit of a shame if I put you all on a cliffhanger for a week. So we'll take our time tomorrow, do all the side quests, continue with the story, and if it feels like we're getting like really, really close to the end, we'll back off. But I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. I think we still have a lot to go. Still got to take out the final Mother Crystal before we even take on Odin. And yeah, man, the story just keeps going, man. It's crazy, and it doesn't feel like it's dragging. There have been a couple moments where it was like, okay, yeah, they're just increasing the length with this, but it's all for a purpose. It doesn't feel like filler, you know? But yeah, what a great day today was. Odin is super cool. Scenes were great today. Excited to try out Shiva tomorrow, as well as check out the final blacksmith stuff. I'm guessing the final blacksmith stuff. And yeah, tomorrow should be very exciting. But let's say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Let's play Final Fantasy XVI. Thanks for all the support, all the love throughout the entire series, all of the super thanks, and just comments in general. Really appreciate you all. Glad we could continue to talk about this game and open up active conversation about Final Fantasy as a whole series. It's been really a great blessing to talk to you all about this game and about the series. And I will see you in the next episodes. We'll see you there. Peace.